Have you ever pondered over the real impact of forest fires, beyond the immediate destruction and loss? Let's cast our minds back to the year 2024, to the searing heart of South America, Chile. A country known for its diverse landscapes and vibrant culture soon found itself in the clutches of a devastating disaster. Forest fires, the likes of which had not been seen in decades, began to sweep across the nation. The initial breakout was swift and relentless, fueled by a merciless summer heatwave and the notorious El Niño weather phenomenon. Authorities scrambled to respond, their efforts immediately dwarfed by the scale of the catastrophe. The Chilean government was left with no choice but to declare a state of emergency, an act that echoed the severity of the situation. And as the blaze spread, the toll it took on human lives and nature alike was nothing short of disastrous. The fires, fueled by the summer heatwave, showed no mercy. They blazed with an intensity that was both terrifying and unstoppable. Firefighters, the brave souls on the front lines, grappled tirelessly with the flames, risking their lives in a desperate struggle to contain the inferno. But the fires were relentless, raging through the city and leaving in their wake a path of destruction that spared no one. Not even the treasured botanical garden, established in the year 1931, was spared from the fire's wrath. It too was consumed by the flames, its beauty and history reduced to ashes in an instant. And as the fire spread, so too did the despair. Thousands of hectares of forest were ravaged, homes were obliterated, and people were displaced, their lives uprooted in the blink of an eye. But perhaps the most tragic of all was the number of people reported missing. Hundreds of souls, their whereabouts unknown, leaving behind a city and a nation in a state of dread and uncertainty. As the flames raged on, the city of Valparaiso was left in a state of devastation. Once the smoke cleared, the scale of destruction was nothing short of apocalyptic. The fires that raged in Chile, particularly in the densely populated region of Valparaiso, left a trail of devastation in their wake. The death toll rose alarmingly to 131, a number that sent shockwaves through the nation and the world beyond. The intense fires left no stone unturned, reducing homes, cars, and infrastructure to mere ashes. Thousands of people were left homeless, their lives uprooted in the blink of an eye. The heart-wrenching sight of families sifting through the remains of what once were their homes was a common scene. The fires did not discriminate. They took everything in their path, leaving thousands in a state of despair and uncertainty. But the loss was not only human. The environment too bore the brunt of this calamity. Thousands of hectares of precious forests, home to countless species of flora and fauna, were reduced to a barren wasteland. Among the casualties was the famed Botanical Garden, a gem of Chile established in 1931, which was engulfed in flames, a loss deeply felt by nature enthusiasts and environmentalists alike. As the country grappled with the aftermath, an investigation into the cause of the fires was launched. Arson was suspected, adding another layer of shock and disbelief to an already tragic situation. The thought that this devastation could have been intentional sent chills down the spine of a nation already on its knees. In the wake of the fires, Chile was left to pick up the pieces and mourn the loss of life and nature. The fires may have been extinguished, but the scars they left on the land and in the hearts of the people will take a long time to heal. The aftermath of this catastrophe is a solemn reminder of the power of nature, the fragility of life, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. But what does this tell us about our relationship with nature and our preparedness for such disasters? It's a question that echoes in the ashes of the Chilean forest fires. It's a sobering reminder of our vulnerability and the urgency of addressing climate change. These fires, fueled by the El Niño weather phenomenon, highlight the interconnectivity of our world. A heat wave in one area can ignite a catastrophe in another. It underscores the necessity for global cooperation in managing these climate crises. But it's not just about the big picture. It's about our individual actions too. It's about raising awareness, making sustainable choices, and supporting policies that prioritize the environment and disaster management. We must also question our disaster preparedness. How equipped are we to deal with such calamities? Are we doing enough to prevent them? These are questions we need to answer, not just for ourselves, but for future generations. Because when the next fire breaks out, it's not just a forest that burns, it's our future too. So, let's ensure we're doing our part to protect it.